The Pulse of Spokane is a broad show that showcases many different things in our community, sponsored by Local 29 Firefighters Union, Well Dressed Walrus, and Homes for You.
Well, welcome into yet another home edition of the Pulse of Spokane on Spokane Talks. Right now I'm joined by Tim Krauss, digital entrepreneur, as well as the founder of Velop. First of all, Tim, how are you doing? Weather's really nice outside, but everything else going on in the world would indicate otherwise, you know?
Yeah, no, it's great. It's like I was saying before, when the sun comes out in Spokane, people come as well. So it's to have the weather like this, and at least get outside and stretch a little bit, get in the garden, and get back to the earth.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as you're, attempting to stay away. I know that a lot of times, just kind of like you were mentioning, everybody's so apt to go outside just because it gets nice, and then those running trails and parks and everything, suddenly start filling up, and it's like, well, isn't that defeating the purpose? So yeah, no, people that have a garden have it pretty nicely right now, little contained isolation for themselves. Tell me a little bit about what it means to be a digital entrepreneur. What was appealing to you about the digital side of entrepreneurialism and how you got into that?
Sure. Yeah. I think one of the things that I started out early on was, trying to figure out what career I wanted to go into. Right. So, and when you choose that, you also choose a lifestyle that goes along with that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to work from 8 to 5 at a desk job and you have to be at a certain spot, then that's going to limit you to certain things. And so as I was graduating from college, I thought, I really want to get into something that's going to be mobile, right? That I can be anywhere in the world and work on stuff. And that would be the internet or web applications, digital assets, things like this. If I had to stay in one spot and, for cut hair or do oil changes, all those things are really great, but it just wasn't for me. I wanted to have more flexibility with my schedule, both in location and variety. And so the digital space really gave me that opportunity.
And so is that safe to assume that's where Velop kind of came in the founding of that and the inception of that?
Yeah. So the idea was to help people learn online, which is going to explode now that everyone is learning online. This e-learning used to be just an idea or something that some people did, but not everybody did, right? And now it's like, okay, everyone has to have this. Schools,
Mm-hmm.
businesses, churches, nonprofits, everybody's going to have online learning at some level. It's not just going to go away when the virus goes away. And so I believe it's just going to explode. Well, 7 years ago, I started in the journey of e-learning, trying to figure out how can I help people learn better online with any curriculum, with any device, in any language, anywhere in the world. That was the idea. And so it's like, okay, what can we do to create a platform to do that? So that's how I first got into this. And of course, every good product starts with a problem and solution. So I had a client come to me and say, hey, we got this problem. I can't train all my employees. I need to train them online. I want to be more efficient. Okay, here's the solution. And so problem meets solution, and there's a product.
Yeah, absolutely. I was seeing as you come in and out of frame on your shirt, it has NeedsMet. I was wondering if you wanted to talk a little bit about NeedsMet and what that is.
Yeah, NeedsMet is really my parent company that I have all of the different entities under, So as an entrepreneur, of course, we talked about this. You wear different hats and different shirts and different business cards. If I rolled out all the business cards for you right now, it'd be a fairly long string, right, of different things I'm doing and different places I'm working in and different capacities that I'm doing it. For example, I'm helping a company with a gourmet cotton candy. That's one thing I'm doing. I'm also helping a startup that's a kitchen that's going to go on Kickstarter next week. So that's exciting. And then also digital stuff as well. So probably my space that I can help is I can help the startups If you're a startup who doesn't know what to do or needs some marketing help, some crowdfunding help, some just business sense, then that's where I come in and help get them going in the right direction.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when we spoke on the phone, and that already seems like it was so long ago, I think it was just a couple of weeks ago. But you were mentioning that as an entrepreneur, you're always looking for opportunity, right? So, what have you been able to see or dissect or kind of, find with everything that's going on with COVID-19? Have there been any realizations that you've made in terms of opportunity that are particular to what's going on right now?
That's a good question. I think it's all an ideation stage right now. There's the idea of, hey, we could help in this industry. I just talked to a friend today about people looking for homes, right? And he works with houses and investors and real estate investing. And so there's a lot of people that are trying to get loans and things like that, which are not going to be able to get loans anymore, right? Banks are going to shut it all down. So what do? Well, either you can privately fund, you can help these people with credit. So that could be very interesting. So now we have a whole group of people that their credit's not going to be good enough for whatever reason. And so they're going to need to increase that. Well, that's a business right there. How can we help people increase their credit score so that they can get high enough so that they can get that loan that the bank now requires a much higher level? So that's one example I can think of, but we haven't done anything with that yet, right? These are all just a very infancy stage. I don't think you're going to really start seeing things come out too much that are brand new for at least another couple months, just because we got to make it and build it. Case, I have a platform that I'm going to start building probably next week that is going to take advantage of some of the opportunities out there right now. But even that one's kind of like, should we build it? Should we not? What should we put in it? So there's quite a variety of opportunity, but it's not quite set.
Naturally, yeah, it only makes sense that it would take a month at the least or two, for things to actually start to kind of take place and, roll out. I was seeing that you actually made an appearance, I'm not sure how many years back, on Shark Tank. I was wondering if you could just give a little brief story about that experience and what that was like.
Sure. Yeah. That was another example of a startup that I was helping. One of my friends started this. It's called the Bear Bowl, and it's a collapsible cook pot designed for backpackers, hikers, preppers. Preppers are buying it a lot right now, which is great. And so we went through crowdfunding and raised some money on that, and then we kind of got some exposure, and then we applied to Shark Tank. And after the show, it's very difficult to get on that show. And in fact, it's actually easier to get on to Harvard than it is to get on that show.
Really?
That's the numbers. Yeah. Because by the time you get there, they say, well, there's no guarantee you're going to get here. There's no guarantee you get here. You just keep going down the line. So it was a very fun process. We flew down to LA and went in front of these guys and stuff like that. And we just kept making the cut. Finally, bites. And all of a sudden, a couple months later, we were on season 10, episode 1 with the Bear Bowl. So very exciting process. And I'll tell you one thing that was interesting about it was, Mark Cuban and all the people that are on that show, they are really genuine. They're real people. Mm-hmm. And they really care. And they can also read you like a book because they hear these pitches all the time. Within a couple of minutes, they knew, were we telling the right story? What were the gaps? Was there an opportunity here? And fortunately, we had a couple of sharks going after us at the same time at the end, but I was really impressed by their business acumen and their compassion. They actually really care. It's not just a TV show, but they actually do care about the people and the products.
Well, it's good to hear, and it only makes sense given how successful each one of them individually and respectively have been. So, I would imagine that there has to be a level of authenticity that comes with that. Tim, I appreciate you taking the time to come on officially as a reoccurring guest. Hopefully we can talk to you in a couple of months when the dust sort of settles and life hopefully comes back to normal. And then maybe we can discuss some of those, projects that are going to be building within the next few months for you.
Yeah, sure. That'd be great. And I think the key I would leave to your viewers and listeners is think about the industry that you're in and think about how you can improve that because of this. There's always the silver lining, right? Of how can I make this better? What product could come out of this? I've even heard of dentists, right, who are not doing anything right now because they can't clean people's teeth. But what they're doing is they're going through all the instruments and they're saying, okay, does this really work that well? Could I invent something better? And boy, I don't think it's going to take you very long to start seeing some opportunities of products that can blossom because of this opportunity. So don't think about a pandemic and disaster. Think about it as a great opportunity for you to look around. You don't have to go outside your industry. Stay in your industry, right? And you're going to see a lot of opportunity around you to fix things that are currently broken that people just ignored before.
That's great advice. Yeah, great time for a bit of self-reflection and innovation within your life and within your work and everything. Just generally about being human. Again, thank you for your time. Stay safe out there, be well. And then, maybe in a couple of months, we can talk again and you can share about the new works that you're doing.
Sounds good. Thanks so much for having me on.
Take care.
We believe every person is created in the image of God with immeasurable beauty and worth, that people should not be defined by their present condition or past mistakes. We are all broken. We need each other. Healing for our brokenness begins with connection, with understanding how much we are loved by a good God. And with healing comes change, the potential for joy and meaning. No one was created for mere survival on the streets, for an existence blurred by mind-numbing substances. Each person is created with a purpose, a unique gift no one else can offer the world. Our job is to help them rediscover it. Real people, real change. Union Gospel Mission.
Welcome to Apex Plaza, Spokane's one-stop cannabis destination. Apex Cannabis features thousands of economy, value, and luxury cannabis products. Cannagear features hemp-based CBD products, glass, goods, and gear. Stop by 1325 North Division to experience the Apex difference.
This product has intoxicating effects and may be habit-forming. Marijuana can impair concentration, coordination, and judgment. Do not operate a vehicle or machinery under the influence of this drug. There may be health risk associated with the consumption of this product. For use only by adults 21 and older. Keep out of the reach of children.
The economy is getting stronger. Banks are lending again, and interest rates are at historic lows. Now is a great time to buy your dream home. The caring and knowledgeable professionals at Homes for You have been helping people just like you for over 20 years. They take the time to listen to what you want and will help you find just the right home in Washington or Idaho. Real estate is what we do at Homes for You, 928-5782, or visit online at homes4uspokane.com.
Hi, this is Kurt Stockwell with Well Dressed Walrus. We are a local website design and development company here in Spokane. What we do is build beautiful, usable websites for local businesses. A website needs to be beautiful, it needs to be usable for your users, your customers, and yourself. Contact us anytime. We'd love to talk with you about your online marketing.
Thanks for watching. Ask the host a question, recommend a guest, or check out any of our other programs on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or SpokaneTalksMedia.com. Sponsored by Local 29 Firefighters Union, Well Dressed Walrus, and Homes for You.